everyone! I thought I would do a what I eat in a day video today. I've never done one before, and if there's one video that I'm always guaranteed to click on straight away when I see it in my subscription box, it's these videos. I absolutely am obsessed with looking at what people eat every day. I just find it fascinating. It's probably because I'm really nosy, but I just find it really interesting to see, and also it gives me ideas for myself and my own family. And I don't know, something about it, I just find it really interesting. So I thought I'd share what I eat in a typical day. I'm not doing anything exciting today, it's just a regular Tuesday. Actually, I should say it is Valentine's Day. So our dinner might be a little bit more exciting than it would normally, but nothing particularly fancy. And I just thought I'd show you what I eat on a typical day at home. Good morning everyone, it's breakfast time, which is always really late as far as breakfast goes for me, or at least it is, at least I think it is. I am never really hungry first thing in the morning. I think it's because as soon as I wake up I have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and then I just don't feel hungry, and the mornings are always so busy with getting the kids to have their breakfast and dressed and ready for school and out the door that I just don't have time or even feel like I want to have breakfast. So now the kids are in school, I've done a little bit of tidying up, and now I'm starting to really feel hungry. It's just gone 10 o'clock, and this is typically the sort of time that I would have my breakfast. I tend to have the same sort of breakfast most days. It usually involves some sort of fresh fruit, which is usually berries, strawberries, raspberries, or blueberries, or a mixture of the three. And I'll either have it with porridge or yogurt and granola. And this morning I don't really fancy anything hot, so I'm gonna have some Greek yogurt with some honey and almond granola, and I think I've got raspberry, so I'll have that too. And a big cup of water, because I'm trying to, since being pregnant, I'm trying to drink water more consistently. I love water and I drink it anyway, enjoy drinking it anyway, but I do tend to forget, particularly up until lunchtime. I'll get to sort of 12 o'clock and think I haven't drunk any water yet, apart from a couple of sips in the morning first thing. So I'm gonna fill up a big cup of water and have that with my breakfast. Breakfast time is usually when I take my prenatal supplements as well, which I'm using the Pregnacare vitamins and the ones that come with an omega-3 as an extra capsule, so I take those as well at the same time. This is the Rachel's Organic Greek style yogurt with coconut. This is my favourite yogurt at the moment. Either this one or there's a version that's honey flavour that is just as amazing. I have some of this with, I've just washed some fresh raspberries, and I'm not massively fussy when it comes to granola, but I do prefer ones that are just nut based without any dried fruit or anything in. This is one of my favourites, Tesco honey and almond granola. It's really tasty. I also like the Lizzie's granolas. So that's my breakfast, and by this point I am really hungry, so I can't wait to eat this. Just back from shopping, I picked up a few things for dinner tonight, and it's just past 1 o'clock. And I'm absolutely starving, so I'm gonna make some lunch. I'm a bit of a creature of habit, and if I get into a phase of having a particular thing for lunch and I'm enjoying it, then I tend to have it every day until I get sick of it. And at the moment, my current obsession is a toasted bagel with avocado and salt and black pepper, cherry tomatoes cut up on top, and sliced, really thinly sliced red onion. So that's lunch. Because it's Valentine's Day, I'm making Dan a present. We don't really do big prezzies on Valentine's Day. So I'm making him his favourite chocolate in the whole world, which is a Reese's peanut butter cup. So in this bowl I've got 50 grams of light muscovado sugar, which is at the bottom, you can't really see it, 200 grams of icing sugar, 200 grams of smooth peanut butter and 50 grams of butter. And I'm just gonna mix it all together to make the base of the peanut butter cups. When you've been mixing for a while, it starts to look a bit like this. You can do it in a mixer, but I tend to do it by hand because I just find that it's not quite as messy. You don't get like that massive cloud of icing sugar going everywhere, and it's not that difficult to mix. So you just keep going until your mixture looks like a sand-like consistency. If I'm feeling impatient, which I am today, I sometimes just get in there with my hands and give it a good mix, because then, as you can see, it forms like a dough, and that's the kind of consistency you want it to be, so that it will stick together and hold its shape. So your final mixture should look something like this. I'm actually going to split it into two and do one that's topped with a combination of milk and dark chocolate, and one that's topped with white chocolate. So I've literally scooped half the mixture each into each dish, and all you're going to want to do is press down firmly until it fills the bottom of the dish. This is really hard to do with one hand. I'm using the other hand to hold the camera, so it wouldn't normally take me this long to kind of spread it out, but yeah, just cover the bottom of the dish and press down firmly until it's nice and flat. I should have said actually I put cling film in the bottom of each dish just to make it easier to lift out of the dish when it's set and cut into squares. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is break up your chocolate and melt it with a tiny, say half a tablespoon rather, of butter in the microwave, and just pour it on top. I'm using 50 grams of plain chocolate and 100 grams of milk chocolate for the one topping, with half a tablespoon of butter, and 150 grams of white chocolate with half a tablespoon of butter again for the other topping. Once you're all done, they should look something like this, and then you just pop them in the fridge for maybe half an hour. I can't remember how long I've normally done it in the past. Half an hour to an hour, I'd say. And here's the finished peanut butter cups. I've got white ones and milk chocolate ones. I cut them up quite small because they're so rich and sweet that you don't really need very much at a time. I hope you didn't mind me sharing that little mini recipe. I know it's not technically what I eat in a day, although I would imagine I will probably snaffle at least 1 or 2 pieces of that later on after my dinner. So hope you enjoyed it. So I've been busy making Dan's Valentine's Day present, which you've just seen, and I've got about half an hour before I have to go and get the kids from school. So I'm just gonna have a cup of tea. In honor of Valentine's Day, I thought I would have this, it's the Bluebird Company Red Velvet Tea. It's one of my favorites. It's completely delicious. And it is actually pink. It's so nice. I'm so upset because I'm coming to the end of the bag, so I'm gonna have to place an order for some more. I'm also completely addicted to anything that involves dark chocolate and ginger at the moment. And these, I haven't actually tried these Sainsbury's cookies before, but I'm just gonna have a couple of those with my tea before I go and get the kids. I didn't realise they were actually dark chocolate coated cookies. I thought they were dark chocolate chip ginger cookies. I can't decide if this is even more exciting or not, but I'll report back. So that's my snack. I'm gonna enjoy that with some peace and quiet for 10 minutes before I have to leave and get the kids from school. This is how romantic it gets in our house on Valentine's Day. We're about to eat our dinner in pyjamas. On the plus side, Dan's cooking it for me.
I'm cooking chips.
I'm not sure how fair this is. Dan gets red wine and I get Prego Prosecco.
Schlur, which ironically is what I'll sound like later. Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's perfect. So dinner tonight is fillet steak, cooked by my lovely husband, with béarnaise sauce, a goat's cheese and beetroot salad, and fries. I cannot wait to eat that. It looks amazing.